We are going to solve word problems today. There are 5 steps for going through and solving word problems. The very first thing we're going to do is write down what all these steps are. So the very first step is we're going to define the unknown, define what we're looking for in the problem itself. So define the unknown. We're going to use a variable. This is like saying let x equal something. Step number 2, we are going to write the equation. We're going to use the relationship described in the word problem to create an equation. After we write the equation, step number 3 is going to be to solve. After we solve, we're going to check to make sure that our answer makes sense. And then the very last thing that we're going to do is we're going to write a sentence as our answer. Okay, now let's use those 5 steps to solve this equation or inequality. Ava needs to read for at least 200 minutes this week. If she has already read for 65 minutes, how many minutes should she read on each of the remaining 4 days? So the very first thing we're going to do is define our variable. Go back to the question if you're unsure what you're looking for. So we're looking for how many minutes she should read. So we are going to let x equal the number of minutes she should read. Now we're going to use the relationship to write out our equation or inequality. At least 200 minutes, so we know this, whatever she reads right here is going to have to be greater than or equal to 200 minutes. She's already read for 65 minutes, so we know there's 65 already there. And she's going to need to read a certain number of minutes for the remaining 4 days. So 4 days times X number of minutes, and now we have our inequality. Our next step will be to solve this inequality. We're going to start by subtracting 65 from both sides of this equation. That gives us 4x is greater than or equal to 135. Now we're going to divide by 4 on both sides, and we're going to get x is greater than or equal to 33.75. The last thing we need to do is write a sentence describing what this means. So we have the number of minutes she needs to read per day has to be greater than or equal to 33.75. So I'm going to use the wording that is in the question itself, and I'm going to write Ava needs to read for at least, let's just round this to 34 minutes per day.